Ah, that's hot. Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring to you a browless puffy face because I literally just got out of the shower. I woke up about a half hour ago and I decided to film this immediately because today I'm going to review and test some new Makeup Revolution products. I have 4 products today. I've ordered these myself. So these are the 4 products I'm gonna test today. To start, this is the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation and also their Conceal and Hydrate concealer. Now you may recognize these because Makeup Revolution of course has their Conceal and Define foundation and concealer. I have tried those but they were way too matte for me. So I tried those I think about 3 or 4 times to really see if I didn't like them, and I just don't like them for me. They don't work on my skin at all. So I was really excited when I saw that they came out with a hydrating one. So yeah, I'm just gonna test these out, and I also got their new Makeup Revolution loose setting powders. I got 2 shades in this. I got medium yellow and translucent because I really wanted to see the difference on these. I do already use their loose powder in banana, but I saw on the website that these new loose setting powders are actually talc free, and because I do have dry skin, I do want to try a powder that doesn't have talc in it just to see if I prefer it. I do get that dry cakey feeling when I put too much loose powder on, so I want to see if I notice a difference with a talc free powder. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. If you want to see what my thoughts are, how this foundation looks like on my skin and wears throughout the day, then please keep watching. I'm just gonna do my makeup routine the same way I always do it. So I'm gonna start with my Neutrogena Hydro Boost with SPF 25. And to prime, I'm gonna use the Smashbox Primerizer. I've been using this primer every day since I got it and I really like it. Okay, we are all primed, we're hydrated. Oh, Jesus. Let's get into the foundation first. I'm just quickly gonna look up what this foundation claims. Conceal and Hydrate foundation infused with hyaluronic acid to hydrate the complexion, provide a plumping effect, and create a smoother satin glow to the skin. Conceal and Hydrate foundation has been especially formulated to suit every skin type and tone, but it's particularly beneficial for dry skin. So it does say that it is suitable for every skin, so I assume that it is for oily skin, but I don't know if this foundation is the best if you have oily skin. Let's see. Yeah, hyaluronic acid, glow, radiance. It's a radiant, glowy foundation, and it says it has a medium to full coverage. So let's see. So I got this foundation in the shade 12.5, and I have no idea if it's my shade. It might be. I don't know. I just pumped 2 pumps on the back of my hand. It is really runny, as you can see, which usually is a good sign for me. I'm just gonna apply it with my brush I always use. Damn. Okay, this shade is definitely too dark for me and a little bit too neutral, but I'll make it work. 12.2 maybe. I probably need the shade 12.2 because I have the shade 12 in the Conceal and Define foundation, and that one was too light. So I think I might have to pick up the shade 12.2. So far, I really like how this foundation is blending out. It looks really, really smooth. It definitely is a medium coverage because I can still see like my scars peeking through, and on my chin right here, I can see my scars also peeking through. So I am just gonna build a little bit more on those spots. I still have a lot of it on my hand, so 2 pumps was definitely not necessary. So I just put a second layer on the places where I have my scarring, and it built up very nicely. Okay, foundation is on. It is definitely too dark and too neutral, but other than that, this foundation is looking really good. It looks really smooth on my skin. I love the radiance it has without making me look too dewy. Let's move on to concealer. I got this concealer in the shade 10.5. Let's put a little bit here as well. That concealer definitely has a lot of coverage. I am noticing that the concealer is drying pretty quickly because I usually put on the concealer and I wait a while, but with this I have to move a little bit faster. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. Okay, foundation and concealer is on. I did put the concealer on my eyelids as well. Now the shade isn't looking that bad because I did put the concealer right here as well. That concealer is definitely more hydrating than the other one. I can feel it, I can see it, I can see that it has a radiance to it, but it still has that coverage that the Conceal and Define has. It is starting already to get in my lines, but most concealers do that for me. It is looking really full coverage, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan. One thing I do have, and then it's something that I'm not used to because I haven't had this in a while, I can feel the foundation on my face. I know that sounds like, you know, duh, but with the Too Faced one, I can't feel that one on my face. And the Born to Glow one from NYX, I also don't feel that foundation feeling on my face. And I do have that with this foundation. Let's just set this and maybe that feeling will go away. I have 2 of these setting powders. So one thing I do have to say about these setting powders is that they are very messy. I just dropped a lot on me and on my chair. They are completely closed. I closed the lids. I closed everything correctly, but a lot of powder still comes out of this. So if you're gonna travel with these or put these in your bag, it's gonna get messy. So I have 2 of these powders. This one is medium yellow, this one is translucent, so this one is kind of like the same color as my banana one, and this one is just a translucent powder. Today I'm going to use the translucent powders. I am curious about this one. If I can get this to open. I do really like the packaging on this, like the rose gold right here and the way it has the lid that opens, but it's just a very messy powder. It does have a mirror, which I mean, I like, but I don't get because there's gonna get powder all over that mirror anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna use my old mirror because there's powder everywhere. I'm gonna press my damp beauty blender in there and press it underneath the eyes. I'm not gonna bake or anything. I never bake. Okay, so I powdered my whole face. I do like that medium yellow one. I don't like the translucent one that much because it was pretty chunky. It left white specks, like white dots on my face, so I switched to the medium yellow one and I powdered my whole face with that. It feels a little bit weird because I know I powdered my whole face, but I still see somewhat of a natural glow to my face, and that's definitely because this powder is talc free, so it doesn't leave my skin so dry as a normal loose setting powder does. So that feels quite weird. I do like the powders. I don't know if I like this foundation. It's not even the way it's looking because it's looking quite flawless, but I can feel it. I can feel the makeup on my face and I don't like it. And it isn't too bad, by the way. I'm definitely overreacting, but I just don't like the feeling of makeup on my face. I know that sounds weird coming from someone that does wear makeup almost every day, but I just don't like the way this feels. So yeah, the feeling is not too bad. I'm just not used to it anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I finished my makeup, I did my hair, I got dressed. I am actually in a hurry to run out the door. I still left my light on, I can see, but I just wanted to show you guys the finished look with the foundation, the concealer, everything on. I do have to say the feeling of the foundation, I don't feel it that much anymore. It looks really flawless. I just checked with my mirror in the sunlight and it's looking really flawless and really promising. So let's just see how this is gonna look throughout the day. I will check probably in many hours later because I have to go do my nails. I'm going to eat with a friend of mine. We're gonna take pictures for Instagram, so I'll probably be home. I'm out of breath, I don't know why. I'll probably be home much later at night, so I'll let you guys know and let you guys see how it looks at the end of the day. So I'll check in with you later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I am wearing a top, by the way. Nails are freshly done. As you can see, I went for cocaine white, my favorite The hell? It is now 10 o'clock. Let's see. I'm looking dewy. Like, I look almost on the edge of oily. But I don't mind it. I like that my natural oils are peeking through. It is now, I did left you guys at 2 o'clock. So it's now 8 hours later. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 8 hours. I've eaten, I was outside, I've got my nails done. I was out all day in the sun, so, and it was pretty warm today as well, so I get why my natural oils are peeking through. But I don't mind this foundation at all. I actually think I like it. Wow. 2 foundations in a row that I like. I don't know what's going on with me. The foundation does look a little too cakey for me, just a little bit. I think next time what I'll do is I'll just sheer it out even more, so I'll use less product. I did use 2 pumps, which I feel like was a little bit too much. Now, the powder I really like. The only thing I don't like about this powder is that it's so messy. Now, I don't think I'll ever take this powder with me to travel, or maybe transfer it in another container, because this is just way too messy for me. It will probably mess up my makeup bag with that powder. That's the only thing I don't like about it, but I really like the fact that it set my entire face without making me look or feel cakey or dry. Usually when I set my face with my regular loose powder, I feel so dry that I have to spray my face over and over and over again to get that dewiness back. And with this one, my face was set, but it's still, my skin still looked radiant. It still looked like the foundation had just applied. It didn't look cakey, it didn't look dry, it didn't feel dry at all. So that's what I really like about this powder, and I think it's really because it's talc free. Now, I did use the medium yellow the most because I felt like the translucent one was just a little too bright for my liking. I used the translucent one underneath my eyes, and I felt like it was a little flaky, like I could see white specks on my face. So then I quickly switched to the medium yellow one, and I had no problems with that one. It applied beautifully. I set my whole entire face with that, and it looked really good, and it still is looking really good. Now onto the concealer. I do like it, but I feel like I have to try it one more time with my regular powder, because underneath my eyes it looks a little cakier than normal. And now I don't know if that's the powder or the concealer, but I personally think it's the concealer, because it started doing that before I had even set the skin. It started to look a little bit cakey and a little bit I could see the texture underneath my eyes. It's not too bad, but I can definitely see some aging underneath my eyes is the word I'm looking for. I look a little bit aged underneath my eyes, and I usually don't have that with my Maybelline one. So I don't know if that's the powder or the concealer. I'm gonna try the concealer with my regular powder and my powder with my regular concealer, so I can see which one is messing me up. So yeah, guys, overall I really like those products I tried. I really like this foundation. I am gonna pick it up in my regular shade though, because this shade was definitely not my shade. How many times can you say shade? I'm probably gonna pick it up in either a 12 or a 12.2. I wouldn't purchase this in my shade if I didn't like the foundation. I would just leave it at this. But I do really like the way my skin is looking, so I'm gonna try to find my shade in this. This foundation definitely gets an 8 out of 10 for me. It's great. It's not the best I've ever tried, but for that price, I don't even know what price. Wait, let me check. Oh, this foundation is actually 10 euros. I don't know how much that is in dollars. I believe about $12 or $11 and about 8 or 9 pounds. That is a really good price for the way that this foundation is looking on my skin. This foundation does have 23 ml opposed to the regular 30 ml you get in most foundation. But then again, it's 10 euros, so I can't really complain about that. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Give this video a thumbs up, I can't speak.